They say Smash Ultimate players are too stupid to learn other fighting games. Well done, sir. Well done.
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning of checking these buttons. It is Thursday one more time. Why would I say one more time? Anyway, it's Thursday, man. I'm feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling good. We definitely got some hot topics. A topic I've actually been wanting to talk about for quite some time. Links and chapters down below if you want to skip around to a certain subject. As always, we got the hot clips, we got the hot topic, and as we like to say on the show, hope you guys are enjoying the day because it's about to get better. Let's go.
Positive. Perfect.
Final round. Fight.
All right, now onto the first set of buttons that need to be checked. This one right here. Actually, you know what? Before we get to the main set, I want to give a shout out to the homie Lil Majin, right? Y'all know Lil Majin. He's a god in the tekken world and whatnot. Been doing the damn things. Really successful YouTuber as well. Well, apparently recently his Twitter account got hacked. He had like thousands and thousands of followers, right? So, I mean, it's a major hit. Not sure exactly who did it and whatnot, but the dude had to start all over again. So if you happen to be on Twitter, definitely show him some love, man. Give him a follow. His link will be down in the description. Of course, the new profile will be on the screen and whatnot. He's always been real cool. Him and his brother, Big Majin, always been real good people to the show and whatnot. So I respect them. Definitely show him some love if you happen to be on Twitter. Okay, and now onto the main set of buttons that need to be checked. And I'm gonna show the tweets on the screen as we kind of unpack this. I'm gonna try to go long-winded on this one. You know, usually on the show, I do a bunch of clips. I say like 2 sentences, 3 sentences, you know, stuff like that in clips. I'm gonna try to actually unpack this and just unwind and take my time in this damn hot topic we're about to, you know, unpack. Anyway, so this one caught my eye the other day. So the other day, MenaRD posted this tweet, very vocal, right? So, you know, online tournaments are more prevalent now than ever. Some people hate the shit out of them, namely Punk, you know, and other people are like, yo, the online is just horrible, you know, especially talking about Street Fighter V. So anyway, I saw Mena post this the other day. I want to say it was about a week ago, saying if I have to play against Mexico again, something like that, then I'm not playing. You know, it's not fair. The connection is always ass. I'm not going to do it. And then I noticed this, you know, in the replies, some people, of course, were in agreement and whatnot, but he was also talking about, I guess, the level of disrespect. There was one player that apparently teabagged him. They did something, right? Well, then one player was like, yeah, but what about when you teabagged Daigo? Do y'all remember this, man? Do y'all remember this? This was a huge thing when it first started. I really don't think we did an episode about it on Button Check. I don't know why. I don't know if Button Check was just starting at that time, but I believe it was either 2017 or 2018, right? I'll show a clip right here.
Dive to stay in. There's the throw. MenaRD gonna have to try and get something started. Oh, and that is gonna be that. MenaRD with the mini.
So there you have it, right? So it was Mena and Daigo. Daigo was actually winning. Mena switched to Laura, pulled it off, but before he ended it, he teabagged the shit out of him. Then social media burned to the damn ground and they had their fucking torches and they were like, who the fuck is this MenaRD? Let's get his ass out. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, is allowed to teabag Lord Daigo. And you can see it everywhere. Of course, these tweets are from, you know, back when it happened a few years ago, but everybody was like, no, the nerve of this motherfucker. Who is this guy? Because some people didn't even know who Mena was at that time, but yo, he was definitely making a name. And it just kept going. I think Yvette Hubs even did an article, and it just kept going. To this day, obviously, people are like, yo, how fucking dare you teabag, of all people, Daigo? And I remember watching some of this. I think it was on FGC Translated's YouTube. I'll post his link in the description as well, where Daigo was talking about how he got into teabagging, how in the beginning he would just do it not knowing it was a disrespectful thing, but one of his friends actually told him, you probably shouldn't do that. He was like, why? It's just in the game. But then he learned it actually pisses people off, and he was like, maybe, okay, if it pisses people off, I'm probably not gonna do it. But he goes on to say, if you do it against me, I really don't mind, it is what it is. And then later on in the video or whatever, he actually teabags people and starts laughing.
Oh! Pull the plugs! The teabag, the green teabag, all the way from Japan. This is Daigo Umehara.
So obviously now he knows exactly what it is and the effect it has on people, and he himself, you know, could feel, you know, one way or another. But now teabag more than ever, people know it. So now obviously we live in a different day and age. You know, I remember though coming up. Do you remember, you know, Street Fighter 4, right? We didn't really teabag then. Like, it was more so like you did your character's taunt and whatnot, but you really didn't see quote unquote teabagging as you do now. So there it is. Let's have this conversation. Relax, baby. Take the chair all the way. Damn, this goes back for, oh shit. All right, let's pick it back up. Anyway, what I was trying to say, I'm gonna unpack it right here. Continue to post the tweets on the screen, man, and let's talk about it. Why, oh why, is the FGC so protective over Daigo? Now, I thought about this a lot, right? You know, because you have a lot of OGs. You know, I think Mena around that same time brought up this argument where he was like, you got to stop worshiping certain players. You know, why does it seem like when it comes to US, whatever, y'all don't give a shit, like when Punk cried or anything like that. But if something happens to like a player from Japan or something like that, y'all are up in arms. It was more so like everybody should be treated equally, whether you're like Daigo or you're like Knuckle Do, or no matter what region that you're from. Now, I thought a lot about this, and I thought, first of all, how do I personally feel about Daigo and seeing him getting teabagged? And I gotta admit, man, I look at Daigo probably like many of you look at him. I look at him like the Michael Jordan of the FGC. Granted, he might not be the Michael Jordan of the FGC, but that's just how I look at him, you know? So I look at him like definitely one of the godfathers, definitely one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT, and I definitely have a hell of reverence for him. Like the time that I got to meet him and take a picture and we fell in love with each other, there was a connection. There was a connection there. I felt a little, you know, I felt a little something. And then security, you know, had to pull me away, escorted me away, told me don't ever come, you know, 50 feet within Daigo again. But anyway, besides that, I felt, you know, I felt a little something. But honestly, I think when it comes to like the respect and the admiration that we have for Daigo, I think it's one of those things like you can't help but want to take up for him. Even if he doesn't care that he himself gets teabagged, a lot of people will be insulted for him, like, how dare this motherfucker teabag Daigo? And then I think a lot of it has to do with his reputation, just the way he holds himself. Because if he was one of these players that he himself teabagged all the time and was quote unquote disrespectful, whatever, then I think people would be a little bit more accepting because they would be like, yo, well, you know, it is what it is. But it's not the case. You really don't see Daigo do it. If you do see it, it's usually like on stream or something like that where he's just having fun, goofing around with his friends. But I've never really seen him do it in a tournament, especially like a major. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Have you all ever seen Daigo teabag where it counts, like in a major, like, you know, when it's really going down? I've personally never seen it. So therefore, when you have a player like that, is that more the reason? What I'm trying to say, are we more protective of Daigo because we respect his humility, we respect his grind, we respect him as being one of the, if not the GOAT in the FGC and what he has set up, like the legacy. So therefore we're like, y'all don't disrespect Daigo. And that's another thing, that brings me to another question. Do you think there's any other pros like that the FGC holds in such high regards that if they do get teabagged or disrespected, that we will burn a motherfucker down, that we will go to social media and talk about, how dare you disrespect this guy? Are you serious right now? Is there any, like when I think about that, obviously Daigo is the main one. And then when my mind goes to think about other players, I kind of draw a blank. Like real talk, that's very interesting. I literally just thought about that on camera. Like obviously there's other amazing players out there from other countries and all like that, people that have been doing it since day one. But as far as the level of respect that they have from the FGC, where the FGC will actually take up for them, I think of all the gods from all the regions. Like right now, I'm thinking of all the top 8s and CPTs right now, and I know people, I know they're players that are highly respected, highly admired and stuff like that. But on that level that Daigo's on, I honestly don't know if there is. Whatever it is, ladies and gents, definitely let me know how you feeling, man. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. Let me know how you feeling about Daigo and teabagging. And at the end of the day, is there any other players? Because now that's like the main question to me. Is there any other pro players in the FGC that we feel that protective over, or that we will really get in somebody's ass if they get disrespected? Like I said, there's many other pros that I consider fam, you know, that I consider friends and like that. And on a personal level, yeah, I got their back and all that other stuff. Yeah, I'm not talking about that though. I'm just talking about in the game, getting teabagged and whatnot, quote unquote disrespected. Is there anybody that's on that level like how we feel towards Daigo? So one more again, thank you guys for all the love. Make sure to follow Lil Majin one more time if you're on Twitter. If we don't post tomorrow, we'll definitely post the next day. See y'all soon. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
A friend gave this to me. It's Albanian. You mind translating it? I told you I would find you.